Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, which gets the message of spirit out to more people. So thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is listed in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. Fantastic, Cancer. Okay, so we are crowned here with the Three of Swords reversed, and I love this for you. I love that we are releasing heartbreak and pain and disappointment and hurt and, disaster, things that have scarred us and wounded us. And we're looking at it now and we're like, you don't get to define me anymore. This pain, this hurt, this whatever I've been through, that's not the main thing. Like, that is not the most interesting thing about me. So this is going to be a time where it's like, I'm choosing laughter, I'm choosing joy, but for the month of August, it's like, it's a physical choice that we are making. And we are looking at our wounds and we're saying, it's time. It's time that the swords fall out so that we don't have open wounds anymore. And we embrace our joy. We embrace our healing. And we live in the most beautiful way possible, like vibrant and alive and just gorgeous for us. It moves us then to the Ace of Swords reversed. And the Ace of Swords reversed is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift. It is a weapon. Yes, right? The sword is a weapon, the only weapon in the tarot. It is a weapon of our voice, a weapon of our mind, but it is a sense of like, I'm handing you a gift of power, of distinction, of cutting through nonsense. And it's like, it's on pause, right? It's not yet, but we know it's here. So we can get frustrated during this month because we could be like, oh my gosh, when is everything going to just align? Like, when is the voice going to come forward? Like, when is my power of my voice and my, distinction going to be made? So just know that we can be a bit frustrated with that. We then have the Page of Pentacles. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if we have Earth sign energy in our chart, if we have Earth sign energy in our life, my gosh, is it going to be teaching us a lot? And it's going to come through very brilliantly. Now, if we have young Earth sign energy in our chart, okay, not in our chart, in our life, we are going to find that these kids are going to teach us, show us, open up our mind in a way that we didn't realize it needed to be. Like, we didn't realize, it's like, oh, wow, I missed that question. But it also is then going to start to align us with our own inner prosperity, our own inner success from when we were small. And when we didn't know the world was a cruel, evil monster at times, when it was only, sunshine and rainbows and butterflies. So here, we are going to be connecting with that sense of, this is my prosperity. This is the dream that I had. And now it's worth more. Like, I've I've gotten, there we go, interest on it. And now I'm going to see myself, stepping forward and cashing in on the power of these ideas and the power of this creativity. And it brings us then to the King of Fire. So the King of Fire is the King of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If we have fire sign energy in our chart, if we're born on the cusp with Leo, be mindful about this, okay? Because we can have a bit of a temper during this time. A part of our personality can be a little bit more feisty, a little bit more fierce. So being aware of this is going to be super important. With the King of Fire reversed, we can also be really drawn to people who are super passionate, super passionate. They're going to be passionate. They're going to be, really vibrant, really just really alive, like really, 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 it seems like they're loving life. They're in the midst of everything. They have no follow through. It's all an act. So be mindful about this during this time. We then move to the moon energy. This is Pisces energy, time frame February 19th to March 20th. But this is also embracing the many different faces of us. We are ruled by the moon to Cancer. So we are having our own ruling energy come forward. We are embracing change. We are embracing movement, ideas, kind of like a deeper sense of mysticism within ourselves, a deeper sense of I'm facing the fears that I have had and the fears that have held me back. And I'm seeing myself step forward in the power of my voice, in the power of what I desire, in the power of what I need. And it moves us then to the Six of Pentacles reverse. So things are out of balance. Okay. With the Six of Pentacles reverse, this means that either money or something we value as much as money, something is out of balance. And it's going to be when we really take hold of our voice that this balance starts to come back into our lives. And we start to see like, wow, why did I put up with that for so long? Or like, why was that even let to be a thing? So being aware of this during this time is going to be super important. It's also going to be very liberating for us here, Cancer. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a butterfly in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So good luck to everyone. And know that the announcement will only happen on this channel. So hit the bell notification and do not be fooled by anybody else. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. So here we have Purify. And this is Sage. Oh, I love this. Now, it can be that we take our sage and we just purify our area, purify our energy. Sage tea is also great for the body. So doing that, cooking with sage, that's going to be really important. Just purifying, releasing the negativity. Why? Because we can have it come in during this time. We can have really intense, fiery energy come forward, which we can think at first is like really great. Oh, they're showing passion, there's this, but then it becomes highly manipulative. So just be mindful about this during this time. It moves us then to our chakra energy, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. This is universal light. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. And there's a blockage here. So, tapping the crown chakra, because it can be hard to tap above the crown chakra, but tapping the crown chakra can really help, let this energy come forward. But also visualizing, just like beautiful golden rain or beautiful golden energy, just coming and, coursing through our body, gently weaving its way through our body, however it looks like for us, embracing that healing, embracing that deeper connection to the greater universe, that's going to be really important for us during this time. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy. Time frame is April 20th to May 20th. Now, it can be that we need to be mindful of a Taurian or a Taurus energy. But what it also means is that we are going to be looking at certain like top-down structures, certain rules and ways that you have to abide by these rules. And somebody here is going to be using those rules against us, especially when it comes to work or what we're really passionate about. We can also be healing from somebody who was very manipulative in a power role and made us doubt ourselves, and even made us doubt that we were good at our job or good at, at what we were passionate about. And we could be really looking at ourselves and thinking, oh, wow, I'm not that good. I can't believe that I thought I was, like, I'm sorry, type of thing. And Spirit's like, don't you dare apologize. There is power and beauty and brilliance to you. So being aware of that is going to be important. With the Three of Swords, we're releasing heartbreak and pain. We really are. This is going to be a month of tremendous healing, a month of tremendous connection. And as we embrace our healing and we embrace our connection, we start to see ourselves in a very different way. And we can actually get a little bit mad at ourselves. Like, why was I held back so long? Or why did I, doubt myself? I wasted this time. Don't do that to yourself. We do have that intense energy coming forward. It'll be very easy for us to go to that side here, Cancer. But here it's like, oh my gosh, I had to go through a time of this hurt and this pain, because it's letting us be able to connect with the story of the world so much more, right? We can now understand people in such a different light, in such a different way. And we can also understand the complexity of life so much more. So it really is a beautiful thing, even though when we're going through it, it doesn't seem like it at all. So just being aware of that and the beauty that it gives your heart. I mean, if you're here, you have an amazing heart. You do. You have an amazing way of connecting with people. And being able to utilize this, Cancer, I mean, that's what you're all about. So with the Ace of Swords, this is a time where, yes, we have this gift coming to us, but we don't know it's coming. We don't know that there's this powerful, beautiful gift of our voice and of our mind and of the sense of knowing. So just knowing this during this time is going to be a very powerful thing, because we're going to see that certain like missteps or certain like, stumbles or certain things that we think, oh, I've gotten that wrong. It actually wounds up that it's helping us to really embrace our voice and to move forward in our power and to say, oh wow, there's so much more to me than I realize. And so when this comes, the Ace of Swords comes, which it is coming very, very soon, it's like, wow, I didn't think I could have this, but I can. And it brings us then to the Page of Pentacles, where we are a student of our prosperity, but we're also connecting with our inner child energy and seeing, like, how did we see success? What did we think of success? What were we told about success? And how does that align for us? But it's also going to be a time where we're really connecting with younger people. It can be little kids, it can be, it's just younger than us, right? Energies that are going to have us looking at things in very different ways. It's like, oh wow, I didn't think of it like that, or I didn't look at it like that, or I didn't see it like that before. And now it starts to open the door, but it's going to be, I mean, especially young kids. I don't know why I'm seeing like kindergartners or like 5 years and below. And it can't just be like you're looking at, like, there's this kid running around in the grocery store or something like that, but in a really innocent, beautiful way, not in this like, amok way. So just be aware of this. This inspiration can come anywhere, but it's going to connect. It's going to connect a like core memory with you. And it's also going to show you like, wow, I am a prosperous person. Like, wow, I am bountiful. Like, wow, I do have this going on. And then also be able to show your inner self. It's like, wow, look, we're successful. Like, we're successful. Did you ever think we'd get here? Did you ever think we'd have this? And it's not that life is about accumulating things, but life is made easier when we don't always have to be in fear. And that is a beautiful thing. And so we're connecting with that energy. And with the King of Fire, just be mindful during this time that you'll have big egos coming into play. Our ego can come into play as well. It can be like, oh, you should be doing this. And we're going to need to be stepping back a little bit and be like, well, do I want to do that? Like, is that something that is viable for me? Is that something that I want to do? Or am I just thinking like, oh yeah, that's fine. Like, I'll do that. And then it'll just quiet everything down. So just be aware of this. But just be aware that people are going to think, oh, I can bully you, Cancer, because you're quieter or you are more aligned with healing. So just be aware of that. With the moon coming in, it is saying, this is the energy that rules you. The moon rules Cancer. And what that means is that we are ruled by a body that is, first of all, so close to the earth, is forever changing its face, forever changing the way that we see it. We are forever changing the way that we see ourselves. We transform, we morph, we can adapt to things quite well. And here, it's like, what do I want for my life? And what face do I want to show me? How do I connect? And how do I heal? And how does my energy pull on my emotions, right? The moon controls the tide. How am I controlling the emotions that I have? Or how am I connecting with the emotions that I have? Also, how do my moods and my energy connect with the emotions around me? The Six of Pentacles, some things are going to be out of balance. This is going to be little things. This is going to be a time of like, lining things up, straightening things out, balancing things, like finding the harmony to it, but also finding the harmony of our worth, finding ways that we feel comfortable. It's like, oh, I feel comfortable with this, or I feel comfortable moving forward this way. And that's going to be a really big deal for us during this time. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which here it is regenerate, reverse. And so just be mindful that we're having a hard time embracing our regeneration, embracing our transformation. So there's something here that's stopping us, and Spirit's like, why are we holding back from this? It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is the sacral chakra, and this is creative energy. And it's moving forward on our creativity and our passion. It is knowing that our sacral chakra, which is our creative central energy, is flowing beautifully within us. And so utilizing that vibrational energy is going to be so good for us. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of, which is the Six of Cups. Be mindful of being nostalgic, and also be mindful of people manipulating that nostalgia. So just being aware of that during this time, or feeling like, oh, this person reminds me of XYZ. I should do XYZ for them. It's like, don't let nostalgia impair your judgment of now. You're a really good judge of things. So embrace what you're feeling and embrace that connection. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is interesting that we have all the sixes reversed. Not all the sixes. We have 3 out of the 4. So it's almost all the sixes reverse. And 6 is a nurturing number. We can find it very hard to nurture ourselves during this time. So be aware of this. The 6 of Swords instead of moving slowly and steadily forward into the mist, into the unknown. Subconsciously, we're going to want to go so fast. We're going to get really annoyed that things are taking just even a little bit of time. So be aware of that. That we're going to think, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. It's not taking forever. We're just a bit impatient. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye. Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people. It gets it seen by the YouTube algorithm. So thank you so very much for doing so. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. So we are crowned here with the King of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if you have Earth sign energy in your chart, if you have strong Earth sign energy in your life, you can find that you're kind of coming at odds with this. You can also sit there and feel like things are being immovable during this time, like things are being stuck. You're also going to be looking at things very much financially speaking, or like money, or what you value as much as money during this time. And you're going to be looking at certain ways that you feel like there are setbacks or there are problems to be solved. This is very much a problem solving energy coming forward. I don't see this as negative so much as like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't get to where it is that I want to be going or I want to be achieving. It's more like, I haven't tried it this way. Let me see. And this is going to be a time where we feel like we're running in, like we've been running up against roadblocks. And now we're really starting to see those roadblocks fall away, but we're also starting to see things that we value in our life with so much more openness and so much more honesty. We've also been looking at our happiness and been like, kind of apologetic about it. And I don't know why exactly that is, but here with the 10 of Cups reverse, it's looking at everybody else and thinking, oh, well, they have it figured out, right? They know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And this is going to be a time also where there's a revelation that's coming your way where it's like, why hide what it is that I love, I'm proud of, I'm completely enthralled with? Let me let my passions and my beauty show. Like, let me shine through. And this is going to be a time, Scorpio, where we're starting to choose us. Like, we're starting to say, you know what, I understand what everybody else might say, or what I think everybody else is saying or thinking, or, how they'll respond to things. But as long as I come to my life with love and compassion and from a place of kindness, there's nothing wrong there. So just be mindful about this. We can also be really jealous of other people or look at things and we're seeing their highlight reels, right? Especially online, we're seeing everybody's highlight reels. And we're thinking, oh man, my life isn't like that. But here's the kicker, neither is there. So just being aware of that during this time, yeah, that's going to be important. The 10 of Swords is also this place where we're coming out of doubts. Like, this is emotional transformation because we've come to a completion of a cycle. And the 10 of Swords is the minor arcana death card for me, and that's Scorpio energy. So this is us in the minor arcana, and we're transforming, but we're hesitant because there's almost something here, Scorpio. It's like, but what if I step to the next level? Like, what if I step forward into this energy, into myself? What happens? What happens then? And it's like, yeah, what happens? What beautiful thing can come your way, can lead you forward, can be set free. You can set yourself free with. And this is going to be a time where, yeah, we can overthink, we can overanalyze, we can feel like, oh no, I can't do this because this person, didn't respond to me or shun me or hurt my feelings or whatever it is. And it would be legit. Like, people would say, wow, okay, that wasn't nice at all. But this is going to be a time where we have to choose ourselves once again, Scorpio, and say, you know what, I'm stepping into my power, I'm stepping into myself, and I'm not being held back. It moves us to the Three of Wands. So this is going to be an interesting time because we can really see things kind of slowing down. We're not going to see that great, like, coming in, coming out of ideas and connections and everything like that we want. Like, we want this huge connectivity to come forward. And yet this is going to be a time where we need to see for ourselves, okay, where do I want to be? How do I need to move forward? What is it that I'm looking for? What is it that I desire for myself? And then there's going to be the sense of, like, can I do this? Like, can I step into this energy? Can I step into this power? It's not about everybody else during this time that we would really like it to be. We'd really like somebody else to focus on. But this is going to be us claiming our power and claiming ourselves. It moves us to the Magician. I mean, if we have to have one upright card, which we do in this reading, right? We have one upright card, and it is the Magician. It is embracing our magic. It is embracing our tenacity. It's standing before the altar of our existence, and it's really seeing ourselves. So our magic comes through quite beautifully. I love that that is the upright card. And then we have another 10. Wow, we have 3 out of the 4 tens here reverse. This is the 10 of Pentacles. This links to the King of Pentacles. When Spirit was saying before about feeling stuck financially, or with what you value as much as money, feeling like, I can't really embrace what it is that I want in my life because, I don't have that security, or I don't, like, things just aren't working out. They work out for everybody else. They don't work out for me. This is going to be a time where Spirit is going to show you the fraying of the edges of things. Okay, Scorpio. And that is something you're very good at seeing. That's something you're very good at connecting with. It can be also something that you find very overwhelming. You can see the fraying of edges of things, of people, of situations. You usually, kind of write yourself off. You usually say, oh no, that's like not true, or, I can't possibly, know this, or I'm just making up stories. What if you're not? What if you can see people and see things a little bit more intuitively than others? And what if you step into your power and step into yourself and you say, this is part of the gift that I was born with as a Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, right? But shown by the death card in the major arcana, the great leveler, but also the great transformer. And so this is going to be a time where we're rethinking prosperity, we're rethinking happiness, we're rethinking everything that everybody's told us, or what we had thought, like, oh, I should feel this way, or I should look at things like this, or I should be like that. And what if we let ourselves stand out? Because if you found this channel, if you're here, if you're returning, welcome, welcome back. If you've just found this channel, welcome to this family. You're not like other people. And it's not to say that in a way where, like, oh, you're so special, like nothing bad will ever happen. Life happens, right? But you have a different way of looking at the world and connecting with the world. That means that you can feel like, I just don't fit in. And this is a time where we're looking at the way that we're grounded, the way that we're planting ourselves. Did we try to conform too much? Did we try to say, oh, but I'm just going to be like everybody else? And then wonder why it's not working, because it's not us. This is going to be a time where we say, what are my gifts? And we start to really see them, where we start to say, this is my prosperity, this is my power, this is who I am. And we start to embrace that with tenacity and fierceness. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and Spirit guides. And this is Defend, and this is the dogwood. So dogwoods are beautiful, beautiful trees. And this is Defend. And this is going to be a time for us as we're transforming, but also we're fighting this transformation. We want things to be a certain way, right? And we're afraid What if I step fully into me? Like, what if I start realizing my dreams? Or what if I start saying yes instead of no to what my soul longs for? What if I defend my birthright, my tenacity, my brilliance, my power? What if I defend that and embrace me? And it brings us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Angels and spirit guides, angels. It brings us to holistic health. It brings us to realizing that we're at the completion of cycles here when it comes to our heart, when it comes to our mind, when it comes to our prosperity, our wealth, our way of entering into this world or maneuvering in this world with being successful. And here with holistic health, we are going to see ourselves transforming. We are going to see the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, the sense of connecting with your body, connecting with your soul, listening to your body, connecting with the food is medicine ideology, and really moving forward saying, I'm listening to me and I'm empowered by me. And it brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the Ace of Wands, which is interesting to have an ace, which is a gift card from divinity as a card to be mindful of. So the Ace of Wands is fire, tenacity, brilliance, shining forward. But it can also be our temper getting the best of us. It can also be us becoming frustrated, becoming overwhelmed, or, somebody else's light, somebody else's passion, somebody else's fire overriding our own, and us thinking, well, you really should be more like them. And that's going to be part of this month, is that we're looking at other people, other situations, and we're thinking, I really should be more like them. Or we have been thinking that for probably a good part, like the first half of this year, right? I should be more like XYZ, or I have to find the role models that I want to emulate after, or I want to be inspired by. And what if we step back? And what if we just let ourselves, yes, be inspired, but write down, just a few things that inspire us, 4 things that inspire us, and then follow that path, during this month. Nothing big. It doesn't have to be that we do anything big. We always think as human beings, oh, it has to be big. It has to be, bold. It has to be out loud. What if it's quiet? And what if it's gentle? And what if it, matches the power and the ferocity of our water soul, but the gentleness of our water soul as well? Let us plant seeds, because we're tired and we're overwhelmed. We're frustrated. We're overthinking things. We're overanalyzing things. And we can have a tendency to get too rigid. It has to be just like this. And everything has to be interconnected. It has to do this. It has to do that. What we're going to find, Scorpio, is that we do our best. We do our best in this world when we create, when we cultivate, when we color outside of the lines, when we look at the pictures and say, well, what about this? And what about that? And how about this? And how about that? And we let the creative energy move forward, because what we're going to see is we're going to turn this from being reversed to being right side up. And we're turning the King of Pentacles to saying, I'm embracing my prosperity. I'm embracing my success. I'm moving forward in the bounty that is me. And I'm not letting myself be overwhelmed by doubt and by fear. Looking at other people and saying, okay, what makes them happy? That's great. But not saying what makes them happy is more important than what makes me happy. And really starting to embrace your happiness. Even if you think, oh my gosh, that's so fuddy-duddy, I can't believe it. Like, I like doing this, or that's not cool, I should be doing that. Why? Why? When everybody's having such a fun time, such a great time that you don't see sorrow in their eyes, then listen to them. But a lot of people, they're running away from their own shadows. And here's the thing, you can never outrun your own shadow. And this is going to be a time, and this is a month for us to say, okay, this is me. This is what I love. This is what I want. This is me, period, and stop. And we're going to see that the knives, the hurts, the overkill of it all, it starts to fall away. And we can start to say, what about this? What about moving forward this way? What about that? What do I want? Where do I need to be? And we're going to see a release happening. And we're going to see us releasing a lot of doubt, a lot of negativity, a lot of anger, a lot of fear. But it's almost like, I'm not thinking about that anymore. And people be like, oh, what about this? And you should be mad about that. It's like, yeah, okay, but I don't want to be. And I'm not really here to waste my energy. My energy can be, put towards such greater things. And we can see things kind of slowing down a little bit. Now, it can be because if we're in the Northern Hemisphere, summertime, August, a lot of people take vacations and school is starting up again and this and that. And it's like, oh my gosh, it can be a lot, right? And so people can kind of pull back. But what we're going to see here is that we're looking at things, and it's not about the way we connect with everybody else. It's about the way we take our passion and our fire and we connect with ourselves. And this is going to be a month that's kind of like housekeeping. And I know that sounds terribly boring, but it's not going to be. It's like, okay, let me roll up my sleeves. Let me get this done because I'm jumping forward now. I'm going after what I want for me. And I'm living in such a vibrant, happy, connected way that I let myself shine and I let myself see me. So we can be waiting, for an energy or for something to come along and kind of like pull us forward. But we're going to see that it's like this, what if I can? And it's like this little thought inside of our head. It's like, what if I can? What if I got this? What if I can do this? And it's like, oh, yeah, what if? And just see where that takes you. Just see like what that unfolds, because you're going to be surprised. It's not going to be the big thing that we think it is. It's not going to be that like, oh my gosh, I can see the ships coming over the horizon and I've been waiting for this for years. It's like, what is it? Back in the day, like in the 18th century, right? Where they used to have the widow rails on the top of really fine houses where women used to go and walk to see if their husbands had returned back from sea. And yeah, we can be like waiting for that type of news. But in the interim, we have a life to live, right? In the interim, we have our passion to move forward in. And that's what we're going to be seeing for ourselves. It's not going to be that big thing right now. It's going to be a bunch of little things. Then when we look back, we're like, oh, hot darn, like August was really hopping. Like that was a really big deal, and we're going to really think like, wow, that's a bee's knees that I did this, like that I moved forward this way, that I got this done. And that's going to be really important for us. We stand before the altar of our existence and we start to see our gifts, Scorpio. But we also start to see the frayed edges. And that is something that a Scorpio can find very unnerving and we can run away from our whole entire lives. But if we look at it and we look at the frayed edges and we see people, we don't just like look at them and say, okay, I see what I expect to see. But we really look at them. We will be surprised at what comes forward. We'll be surprised at the connections that are made, the insight that is had, the knowledge that moves us. And that's going to be a very big thing. And that is a very big thing for us. But we stand before the altar of our existence, and as above, so below. As we think it, so it becomes. And that's why this transformation of the mind, this completion of the number 10 that we are coming to an acceptance of during this month is so huge. It's such a big deal because as we stand before the altar of our existence, we start to see our creativity, right? Our fire, our passion. We start to really embrace our emotion, because a lot of times as Scorpio energy and as water energy or as highly sensitive people, we can think my emotions are bad, right? My emotions get me in trouble. My emotions made me feel the world so much more and made everything so much harder, right? And now we're like, no, I let myself emotionally move forward. I let myself feel the world, but not be scarred by the world. Or even if the world scars me, it's like it doesn't get to dictate my path forward. Because to be sensitive and to feel the world is a beautiful thing. But to have those emotions overwhelm us and downplay us and dim us, that's not a good thing. And so there's a beautiful balance between embracing our sensitivity, embracing our compassion, embracing our beauty, and not being overwhelmed by it, and holding our strength and holding our power. And that's where the sword comes in, right? The discipline of the mind, the discipline of the connection. The sword is the only weapon within the tarot. And that's important. A lot of times we forget about that. We move towards a very pacifist way of being, which is fantastic. But the sword is, I know my mind and I know my voice. And that is my greatest tool and my greatest weapon in this world, to stand firm in my power of me. And it brings us then to the pentacles, to the seeds of abundance that have been planted within us, that we were, guided to live here on this earthly plane. It might not be, the mansion on the top of the hill with the fancy cars, but that's okay. It's security, it's beauty, it's stability, and it's moving forward in the power of us. And that is a huge thing. So we're going to see our wealth, our generational wealth, the way that we move forward in a way of seeing the world that is unique to us. We drink deeply of our emotions. We feel the world and am not overwhelmed by the world. And we see our power. So that is the wands is our fire, the cups, our emotions, the sword is our keen mind, right? And the pentacles is our prosperity. And we start to see that. And we start to have it all come together. And we start to say, as above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. And it can take a while, to sculpt everything, to make everything just so. But with the 10 of Pentacles reversed, we're not here to watch everybody else live in prosperity and for us to feel like it's just one generational curse after another. It's just one more thing I have to take care of, I'm responsible for, or, this is just one more burden I have to carry. And I don't get to see my prosperity. I don't get to see my wealth. We are even going to see that every hardship, every pain, every disappointment sculpted us in such a way that we have a deeper, richer understanding of the world around us. And as we embrace that deeper, richer understanding of the world around us, we embrace a more prosperous, powerful way of being and moving forward in our tenacity. So we can start off this month with kind of being blue, really being a little bit down on ourselves, feeling like there's supposed to be something more, but we're fighting a transformation, and looking at everybody else and saying, wow, they're having such a great time. And I'm not. And you know what we are going to say? We need to say to that, well, now it's time to start to have some fun. And it doesn't matter if you're not doing anything big. It doesn't mean you have to spend a whole lot of money. Start having fun, start embracing your joy, and start laughing. This is a month to fill with laughter and with beauty, because you're claiming your power, and you're choosing wealth, you're choosing prosperity, you're choosing success. And there's going to be somebody here who doesn't want you to. There's going to be somebody who's like, a Debbie Downer, a naysayer, a person who's like, oh, you can't possibly be successful. This can even be a person from your past. And it's like, no, I am. Watch me. Be methodical, be steady, be, diligent, but you're embracing a success that is astounding. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which here is connection reversed. Now this is foxglove. Isn't foxglove used in making digitalis, can have such a strong effect on the heart, right? And here, connection. We need to connect with our heart. But again, we can be mad at our emotions because we just feel too much. We connect too much. And we don't want it to be too much. We want it to be just right. But it takes some time to get that Goldilocks effect. So here, do not be afraid subconsciously to connect. Even though it's subconscious, we don't realize that we're afraid to connect. But it's going to be that sense of like keeping separate, keeping distant. And then we need to step into ourselves and say, no, I'm living fully in this moment, fully in this life, fully in this time. It moves us to our chakra energy, which is the heart chakra. I love this for you. It is play, embracing the heart chakra, letting ourselves play. Because remember, we as human beings, we don't play if we don't feel safe. So embracing play, embracing joy, filling our heart chakra is just going to be fantastic for us. Our energy to be mindful of. The 9 of Cups, across your finger for a wish, might not be granted, right? We might not see it come to fruition during this month, or we might see something fall apart and we'll be like, that's it. That's the sign. I'm not supposed to be, moving forward in success. Everybody else can be happy. I can't be. We can also want people to come to the table for us, to help us, to pull us forward in a certain way. And Spirit's like, no, you have to come to the table for you. And just because you didn't get that wish does not mean that something better isn't coming for you. Keeping your soul open, keeping your, receptivity to blessings open is going to be very powerful. And it moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the 8 of Cups. This is choosing you. This is walking away from something you once thought you would love and choosing you, Scorpio. And that's what you're doing during this time. You're looking at something that doesn't fit. This can be an ending as severe as a divorce that we're healing from, or that we're going through and we're still healing from. This can be an ending where it's like, I'm not choosing that mindset anymore. I'm not choosing that way of being, that way of looking at things. and it's a reprogramming of ourselves. It could be, going on an adventure, going on a holiday, taking a vacation, whatever it is. There's something here where it's like, I'm choosing me. And it can't even be, I'm choosing to do beautiful little things that absolutely embrace the joy of my life. And as I choose that, I choose my happiness. And I build my happiness by one little mundane act at a time, which builds a life of joy. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. I hope this reading has resonated with you. Okay, I already said that. Okay, so let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye. Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, and I look forward to the reading for you. So let's see what the cards have to say. Angels, oh goodness. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So we are crowned here by the Nine of Wands reverse. So it's very interesting because August is going to be a time for us where we take a deep breath in and we just exhale. It's like, okay. And we start to see that we've been in a really battered and bruised place. We felt overwhelmed. We felt picked on. Yeah, very much. We've tried to please everyone and felt like we've pleased no one, especially ourselves. And this is going to be a time where we get to breathe out and we get to start looking at standing up for ourselves, but also like the magic within ourselves and standing up for ourselves in the sense of, I'm seeing me. Like for the first time in a long time, I'm seeing me and not what I should be or could be or might be, but I'm seeing me as me. And that is a very, very, very important thing. It moves us then to the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. May 21st, there we go, May 21st to June 20th is the time frame. But it's also embracing our duality. As a Pisces energy, we're the only other ones with a duality, right? We're shown by the two fish. Gemini is shown by the twins. And so here we are looking at our love. We are looking at our connection with what we love. We are seeing that we are blessed as we move forward. But there's also a sense of like, this is what I love and desire. Like, this is who I am. This is what is beautiful to me. And that love is really going to start to move within us and around us. We have the Hermit then. This is Virgo energy. This is also our sister sign. So if we have Virgo in our chart or Virgo in our life, it's going to either bring out the best or the worst in us. There's no like nice calm in between. But the Hermit is also that connection with the inner self, the inner knowledge, the inner, understanding of what we desire and what we want and where we want to be for ourselves. And so this is a time where we have love as our center, and we look within ourselves and say, how am I opening to my love and to what I desire? We're going to be patient. It's very funny because a lot of August where a lot of people aren't patient, right? A lot of signs aren't patient. A lot of things are intense and kind of like all over the place, and we're learning to be patient. But we're kind of coming to this already with a good sense of patience, a good sense of understanding. Now, with that being said, we then have the Six of Swords. where we want things to happen really, really quickly. And we're not going to want to go slowly. We're going to want to speed things up. So we do have a good sense of patience, but we want things to be faster moving. We want things to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, amplifying that Virgo energy. So if we have that in our chart, in our life, that's going to come through very, very powerfully. But the Queen of Pentacles is very much the nurturer of our prosperity, our success, really looking at things and seeing what we are building, seeing how we are moving things forward, seeing where we are heading for ourselves, but also opening up to prosperity, to bounty, to success, to the sense of, oh, yes, I can. You know, Pisces, we're ruled by Neptune, the ruler of the unseen world. And we're connecting with our dreams a little bit more, kind of the fantastical. We can also have this little bit of a war with ourselves where it's like, oh, I was too much of a dreamer and now I have to be super, super, super practical. And that's just not going to work for us. We need to have those dreams moving us forward and being a part of us. That's going to be very, very, very important. So just be aware of that. We can't just kind of like, beat that out of us or push that out of us. Let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a butterfly in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So good luck to everyone, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when that announcement is made. And it will only be made on this channel. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is service, and this is garlic. I'm not surprised that garlic came up for you. I don't know why. I thought, oh, garlic is going to be for Pisces, but I was meditating on everything before I even got to shuffling the cards. So that is very nice. Here it is embracing your service, like living a life of service, not just to others, like constantly giving to everybody else, but embracing the power of serving you, of connecting with your prosperity and your joys and your connection with spirit, and this real sense of I'm part of a bigger picture, and being part of a community, being part of something more. That is really, really, really beautiful and important for us. It moves us then to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is dreams. Okay. What did we say about Neptune being the ruler of the unseen world? Neptune is also the ruler of dreams. And so here, as our third eye opens to us, we're going to get a lot of information in our dreams. And we'll find that a lot of the chaos that we're dealing with is processed through our dreams. So it's going to be very important that we sleep. It's going to be very important that we sleep well. So if we're not, we have to we can do nighttime yoga. We can look into, okay, what's going on, that sleep isn't coming naturally to me or easily to me. And that's going to be important. You could be like me. I just don't like going to sleep. I love being asleep and I hate waking up, but going to sleep, I don't know. I think it's ending things, ending the day and going to sleep. I don't like it. Beginning the day and waking up, I don't like it. So you can also have a bit of that in you too. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the Magician reverse. Yeah, not seeing your magic, thinking other people have the answer. And it's like, do they really? Or do I have to start seeing the magic within myself? And that's going to be a really important thing. A lot of people have a lot of questions. A lot of people who think, oh, I have the answer, just listen to me, follow everything I do. It can be good. Maybe they have the right answers and maybe it's good for certain people. But really listening to yourself and standing before the altar of your existence. And as above, so below. And that's what we're getting a little bit muddied over here, is that our thoughts are going to be all over the place. And it's as above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. And we have to be very aware of what we're thinking and how harsh we're being on ourselves, because we can be being very, very hard on ourselves here, Pisces. With the Nine of Wands reverse, we're tired. We're tired of constantly having to defend ourselves, constantly feeling like work is a challenge, constantly feeling like we're not respected, we're not seen. And this can be telling us, okay, you know what? It's time to look for something else. But this is also saying to us, let your magic shine. Let yourself shine forward. The repeat of the number 9 is a very human number. It is letting ourselves be human without seeking out perfection. So do be very aware of that. We then have the Lovers coming into play. And the Lovers are saying, embrace the duality of your existence and be in love with your life. Embrace love, embrace joy, embrace happiness, embrace laughter. And it's also, being a little bit of a social butterfly, going to this flower, going to that flower. It's like, it's just picking up the beauty and spreading it along. Now you can have a Gemini energy in your life that does this and just has this like way of connecting people. But you could also be learning this, or learning this from a Gemini energy. And it might not be that their sun is in Gemini, they could have strong Gemini in their chart. So just be aware of that. Or you have Gemini in your personality, and this part of your personality is coming forward, and it's like, oh, let's connect with this person, let's connect with that, let's talk about this, let's look at it about that. And it's going to be very beautiful. But it's also saying embrace what you love and move forward in love. And that's going to be very important. That is very important. With the Hermit, it's going inward, it's quieting things down, it's connecting with what you desire, what you want. It's a purity of intention too. When it comes to the Hermit, it's a sense of, what do I want when I tell the world to be quiet? And it's not when I'm supposed to, tell the world what to do. It's very interesting that the Hermit is quite different than the Pope, right? And that's the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is Taurus energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy, both earth sign energies. But the Hierophant, which represents the Pope, is a beacon for others. The Hermit, when we have a Hermit time, when we go into ourselves, it is a beacon simply to ourselves. And it is that connection, it's that deeper understanding, it's that deeper, knowledge that moves us. And that's going to be very important during this time. That is very important during this time, that we connect, that we see, that we slow things down, that we say, okay, what is right for me? Where do I want to be? What is it that I'm looking for? And we embrace silence. That can be very hard, especially in our world, but embracing silence is going to be a very beautiful thing for us. The Seven of Pentacles is being patient. We can be very, very patient and then very impatient at the exact same moment, at the exact same time. So do be mindful about this. But with the Seven of Pentacles, it's slowing things down. It's knowing that I planted the seeds. They need time to grow. It needs time to mature. But with the Six of Swords, we want everything to happen instantaneously. And we're tired of moving forward slowly and steadily. We're also tired of moving forward into the unknown, more twists and turns along the way. We want things to be a lot more straightforward, a lot more, kind of well planned or well executed. So just being mindful about that is going to be super important. We're going to get frustrated when we feel like people aren't carrying their weight or pulling their part. So just be aware of that. And the Queen of Pentacles, earth sign energy, again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it is nurturing our prosperity. It is seeing our bounty. It is looking at ourselves. And here, I just love the beautiful white butterfly that's on her shoulder. I don't know how long I've been using these cards, but I never noticed. And it's like she's looking right over it, but can also look right down at it, where something so small is also so beautifully linked to her. And that's going to be this time where things that seem so small, so insignificant, are so beautifully and powerfully linked to us. And there is power, and there is prosperity, and there is insight that guides us forward. And there is a real sense here with the Queen of Pentacles. What am I nurturing? What am I bringing forward in my life? What do I want? Where do I want to be? What do I desire? What garden am I planting, and how am I weeding it, and how am I upkeeping my life and myself? What do I want? And it's embracing our prosperity. It's embracing our success. It's looking at ourselves and seeing ourselves, not as what we think we should be, but in a way of being proud of who we are. The Queen of Pentacles is the quintessential dress for success. Be proud of yourself is the person who says, well, if you don't feel good, look fantastic, type of thing. And that's the energy to move forward with here, Pisces. And that's going to be great advice for you in August. Even if you don't feel good, look amazing. Make them all jealous, because they will be. People will sit there and look at you and think, how do you have it all figured out? And they don't realize that you're looking at others thinking, how do they have it all figured out? Because here, be patient, because you're going to see that you're moving towards something really big, but that you didn't even know you were capable of. It moves us then to enhance this indigo, sacred indigo. So here we are enhancing our beauty, our power, our tenacity. It moves us then to our chakra energy, which is truth. This is the throat chakra. So embracing our truth, telling ourselves our truth, is going to be very important. It's not saying, oh, just tell the truth and everybody will, understand, or nobody will, kind of come after you. No, people will all the time. But it's saying the truth to yourself. It's saying, this is what is true for me. And embracing that power of heart and soul and being. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of, which is the Three of Swords. That heartbreaks and pains and disappointments will come up and try to derail us, make us think, oh, don't you remember this pain? Don't you remember that? Like, look at how that fell apart. You can't possibly think that you're entitled to, happiness or beauty or success. And and the thing the spirit wants you to know is you can't possibly think you're not. So here, it's looking at the heartbreak that we've had, but it's not being defined by it. And it's also healing it. It's also saying, okay, this is a time to heal, and this is a time to connect with me. And it brings us then to the Five of Wands reversed. We are so done with everybody's pettiness, everybody's, nastiness, everybody's nitpickingness. We are. We're going and we're moving away from the gossip, the nastiness, the vileness of people, and we're stepping into the power of us. And that is a really big deal. Or even just the power of love. It's not just like the power of us, it's the power of love. It's the power of calm. It's the power of being present. And that's a beautiful thing. All right, Pisces, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.